All right. Back in it. Hey, everybody. Stream number 12. Let's go. Okay. So, for today, we're actually going to jump right into it. I'm not going to waste another 5 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed the music a bit. I'm going to pause it. And we are going to just head right on in to Cubase. I already have an idea for what I want to do, and it's a bit different. Like yesterday, I was talking about wanting to do some electronic. I have a bit of an idea, and I want this to be slow. That's good. That's a good tempo right there. 90 BPM. That's a good tempo to start with. That's kind of what I was going for with what's in my head. And we're going to start with a little bit of sound design. Specifically, we're going to be working with a lot of synths for this one. So first, I need some sort of a bass. We're going to add an instrument track. Now for this, I'm going to use something that I don't normally use. Hey, Kirsten. How you doing? We're going to jump right into it with, I'm going to call it wave bass. And its output is going to be the bass bus. We're going to be using a virtual instrument, a synth virtual instrument called Retrolog. I'm good, thank you. Excited to try this out. It's been a little bit since I've done some proper electronic stuff. Like the first track we worked on for the stream was like, that's an idea, but like what I'm thinking of here isn't really meant for games necessarily, although you could do that, but this is more like a traditional, like, I don't know, a song of some kind. So I'm just gonna jump into it. It's loud. Okay. Sound check. Make sure your speakers aren't up too high. Perfect. All right. If it's a bit loud, let me know. I'll turn down Cubase a little bit. In fact, I might actually, real quick, I'm going to turn down the pre-gain. Good. Just a little bit, just to help out a little bit. So Sawtooth is good. Let's cycle through these a bit. Yeah, I want Sawtooth. Sawtooth waves. So these are the different kinds of waves that you can see here. Let me see if I can actually zoom in on that a bit. Maybe. I can't. I cannot. Oh well. Or if I can, I don't know how. But yeah, we have the different kinds of waveforms here. We have sine wave, which is an S-shape kind of wave. We have triangle waves, which is like, oh, it's more triangular. It comes to a point. Sawtooth is like is a little bit like a triangle wave, except it where, well, actually, it kind of has something. It's kind of like the blend between. You could say it's sort of a weird in between the triangle wave and the square wave. Square wave is just like up and down like that. Like you can see it's a square wave. I don't know how else to describe it. You can see what the waves look like, and so you can see this one. In one direction, it goes up just straight, like vertical, and then it comes down at an angle, like a sawtooth. I'm going to actually combine a couple waves here. And we're going to... Now, what I also want to do is turn down the second oscillator. So, okay, let's talk a little bit about how synths work. And I'm also not going to pretend to be an absolute expert, but I know enough about synths to be able to talk about this. So this is sort of an FM, or frequency modulation type of synth. Now synths are made up of, when it comes to frequency oscillation types of synths, FMs, they have a few different sections. So here we have the oscillator. The oscillator is what creates sound. Like that. Now, they create these sounds by producing different kinds of sound waves, such as sine, sawtooth, triangle, and square. And you can sometimes find other types of waves, but that's what that is. You can fine-tune these different waves if you like, which I'm not going to touch because I want them perfectly in tuned. And then on top of these kinds of normal oscillators, you also have a sub-oscillator. If I turn this off, actually. Yeah, you would use that for like an 808 style kick or something. Cool. Then you also have your modulators and your amplifier. The modulator kind of, well, I'll be able to show you in a second. Like, the modulator is important because it basically is the junction for another type of oscillator, which is an LFO, or a low frequency oscillator. Low frequency oscillators do create these same types of waves, but they are super slow and super low pitched to the point where they're usually not even audible. Now, why would they do this? Well, they use these low frequencies to modulate and affect different other parameters or just the actual pitch. So if I, for example, where is it? Again, I haven't actually used this particular Retrolog thing much, but I've seen other people use it and I wanted to try it out. And then, of course, aside from that, I'll be able to show you how the low-frequency oscillator works in a second. But then there's also the amplifier. The amplifier basically affects like the tone, the rest of the tone, the overall tone of the synthesizer. Now, what I want to do Oh, also, I forgot. You can also add noise. White noise, pink noise, and other types, which I'm not as familiar with. Now, I'm trying to figure out how to actually get the low frequency oscillator to fit in here. I might actually use a different synth for this because I'm gonna swap this out for Helm, because I actually know how to use Helm. I haven't touched Retrolog at all. I need to learn Retrolog, but basically you have the same thing here. You have your oscillators, filters. You have your everything. It's basically the same thing. Now I wanted sawtooth and square. And I believe the square wave was an octave down. Okay. Okay, so now this is one of the LFOs right here. I want it to be this. I want this LFO to affect both of these. So I'm going to hit this button. Actually, real quick, first I'm going to okay, so okay, now all right. I'll be 1 second, okay? Sorry about that. I had a knock on the door. Okay. Okay, so it's not doing what I want it to do. That's annoying. Okay, I'm getting there now. Okay, so I want a slightly different wave, I think. Okay, that's close. Okay. Okay, we got it. Ah, I know what's wrong. No wonder you're not hearing anything. Because I haven't fixed my preset to just have this ready to go. Restream. I'm going to call it Cubase. Oops. I'm going to hit that, and then we're going to send it to local broadcast, and now you should be able to hear it. There we go. Okay. You can actually see the waveform that this is creating right here. Okay. So that's the first step. That's the first thing I was hoping to create, and it only took me 15 minutes. Okay. Now. I'm going to not have a bunch of random quantization. We're actually going to have this pretty straight. 1-to-1 actually. Right down here. Okay, so it's a bit slow. We're going to fix that. Yoink. Sounds really cool, actually. Now, I think one thing I gotta do real quick, actually, for this is I want this LFO to also affect the filter. There we go. That's a bit strong there. So we're going to Now, we need to start adding some percussion. And I think for this, I'm actually going to add like a... maybe I'll start with... Yeah, we're going to do this. Unpitched percussion, we need drum kits. And we'll start with Groove Agent. Groove Agent has some pretty nice electronic kits that I want to work with. Nah, not that one. Okay. So now we need to search through. Let's just go for a preset right now. Why not? Nothing wrong with searching presets. How's this one sound? Not quite. Let's try this. Why not? Nope. Nope. Maybe. You know what? Let's just go for... I think we're just going to go for a rock kit, actually. Nu metal? What does this sound like? That's not nu metal. What? That's the same kit. Nope. It's good. But not quite what I need. Let's see. Let's zoom out, and what I'm going to do is take the end of the sample. I'm actually going to cut it a little bit, just end of the sample. If it'll let me. That one. Now I need to put this up, find that. Okay, now I need to, for what I want to do, I need to send the kick sound to another. Uh-oh. Well, that doesn't look right. Man, Cubase just doesn't want to agree with me today. I haven't even saved this project yet. And it wants to die on me. Either that or my computer is failing. Okay. Just gotta sneeze. Cubase is telling me that I'm being too creative. Thankfully, it probably created a backup at some point. Probably. Probably not, but it might have. Okay, before I do that, let me just... Yep. Okay, so we have a backup. That'll work. Give me a second while I try and fix this problem. We're going to do this. Cubase. Do that. Now let's hope that it doesn't do the same thing as last time and try to say, oh, you don't have a license for this. Yes, I do. Yes, I do have a license for this. I purchased it. Spent a lot of money on it. Can't tell me I don't have a license for Cubase. Okay, good. Now I may have to open up one of these backups in Cubase, which would be a problem. Oh well. File open. Let's see what the damage is. How much did Cubase remember? What kind of a backup do we have here? Oh. And God damn it. It's backed up all the way to when I was still using RetroLog. Okay. Basically to when I created the RetroLog. Okay, well, we're going to make that thing in Helm one more time. Save. Just save a bunch of times. I'll change the file name later, but my god, that's just annoying. Well, we're going to bring back that, and we're going to bring back that. I don't remember what order it was in, but I like the way that sounds, so we're going to continue with that. I remember what I did, so I have that. We're going to sounds exactly the same. What are you talking about? File save, because I should be doing that constantly. I should know better about Cubase at this point. Just save constantly. You're fine. Everything's fine. Also, I need to fix one more thing in Helm. We're gonna turn down the amount of voices. That's such a cool waveform. Save. And of course, Cubase didn't even remember to put in Restream, so I'm going to put that in again. So you guys can actually hear what's going on. Inserts. Replugins. Restream. Cubase. And we're going to local broadcast. Local broadcast, I said. There we go. Basically sounds the same, am I right? Okay. And you know what? I have another idea. Something I might like a bit more. We're just going to do some... We're going to put all the percussion in the same folder. Actually, like the same folder set. So I'm going to add a bunch of audio tracks. You know what? I might as well just search for audio first. I can fix things later, but let's go kick. What does kick sound like? Of course, it's not actually going to properly sample it for me. Need to fix that. Oh, you know what? I really like that kick sound. Okay. I'm going to turn it down a bit, though. I'm also going to make sure that everything's set the right way. We're going to, shift it over, put it above the bus. We're going to call it just kick. And we're going to route it to SS Percussion. Okay. So if I keep rubbing my nose, it's itchy. Okay. Okay. I kind of want this. I'm going to now take the equalizer. I'm going to do this move. Probably don't need to do that. We're going to turn down the pre-gain a bit, and it should sound like... Not that. It should sound like... Good. It sounds good. Now, a little trick. We're going to do something called New York compression, or what I prefer to call it, parallel compression. And that involves taking this. We're going to take the standard Cubase compressor. and it's going to involve using something called a sidechain. I'll make sure it's actually called, I'm going to call it SS kick. Make sure it's, yeah, so we're on the same thing. I'm going to save. Keybase was chopping up a little bit there. Now I want this to be kind of dramatic. So what I'm doing here, this is what parallel compression, or not parallel compression. Parallel compression is something else entirely. I'm mixing up my terms. You could tell I'm losing my patience with Keybase a little bit. What sidechain compression is, that's what it's called. Sidechain compression is, see this? What's happening is this compressor, the compressor, why did I do that? I don't know, is getting input from the SS kick right here. And what that's doing is it's sort of ducking the signal, the audio level of the kick a certain amount. So if I do something drastic here, I'm gonna hold it a bit. You can kind of hear that a little bit, like it slowly builds up a bit. Now, what I'm also going to do is, well, we have a kick, but we also need a snare and probably a hi-hat, cymbals of some kind. So let's bring out our media bay here and let's get a snare. Well, what is this? No, I don't want that one. I want... what does this one sound like? Do I like that? Yes, but I need to work with it a bit. We're gonna go to audio. Actually, do I want to? Yes, I do. I want to go to audio. I want to go to processes, and we are going to pitch shift. I'm going to transpose it down a bit. Yeah, we're also going to duplicate it. Yeah, just time stretch it a little bit so that it lowers in pitch a little bit, because that's the thing. Like the if you slow something down, like for example, if you slow down like a record that's playing on a record player, it'll actually lower the pitch of whatever you're listening to as well. Now, real quick, what we're gonna do is also we're going to add an effects channel. We're going to get the vintage compressor on there. I'm going to go to the SS bus. That's just percussion press. And we're going to call this SS percussion. Now this is parallel compression. I call it PCOP for short. Parallel compression is when multiple things are running into the so you have a parallel track that is receiving audio from these are the tracks right here, and what it's going to do is it's going to compress the heck out of these tracks here, and then you're going to have those two sounds, the dry and the compressed, blended, so it sounds massive but also being dynamic. It's like it squashes things, but it doesn't lose its dynamic contrast in the sounds. So now, of course, I first need to make sure that it's sending. Okay. And then we're going to drive this compressor. We're also going to turn on the punch button because yes. Gotta save because Cubase is chugging a bit. For sure. I'm gonna turn off the scroll because Cubase doesn't seem to like that. You know what? I actually am going to add something to this ahead of time. We're going to add the Sound Toys Little Altar Boy, my favorite plugin. And we're going to link this, and we're actually going to just pitch shift it down. Maybe that much. That's probably enough. There you go. Sounds massive. And then you go to the mixer and just you turn down the PCOM just a little bit, just to blend it. Okay, now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add some effects to this. Add the Altar Boy. Now I want to add maybe a little bit of Supermassive. I'm going to turn out the warp a little bit so it kind of blends a bit. I'm going to turn down the delay. Cool. Is it what I want though? Turn down this. I'm gonna change them. I love that. I love that sound so much, actually. I want to drive the parallel compression a little bit more, actually. There There we go. Now we got about 50 more minutes, so let's add... it's not really an art, but I'm gonna add it anyways. I'm gonna add... First, save. Yeah. I'm paranoid now. Now this one... You know what? Actually, we're not going to do anything there. We're going to use something that's already loaded. Something I rarely use. We're going to blend the electric piano and the grand piano. Now. So we got... That's actually not bad. I love that. That's actually kind of cool. But you know what? I'm actually gonna just use the... Yeah. That's fun. Now I kind of want to play that because it's kind of cool. I may have to practice it. Yep. Once again, outing myself as a non-piano player, but that's a really fun little loop. I'll have to expand upon it, but I'm getting the vibe here. Oh, I made a mistake and it sounded kind of cool, but I'm not good enough to repeat it, or at least not consistently. Gotta love having a MIDI keyboard right in front of you just to play random stuff. And I'm also thankful that I did at least try a little bit with my my piano minor in school. Okay. Might as well stop repeating and just try and record. Nope. Let's get back to that. Immediate mistake. Okay. Keep trying that, but I'm going to really quickly. Where's my area selector? This. That tool. That tool. I'm going to take that and duplicate that entire range. I lost my place. Blah. This is why I don't like recording live or recording at all. It's just because I'm bad. One more try, and then I'm just going to see if I can draw it in, because, oy oy. That's good. That's good enough. Consistent enough while still having some minor human error. I'm going to fix that up. Just keep it even. I also want to... I don't want to grid align it. I really do not want to grid align it. So what I might see if I can do is approximate it. It's a little bit of a rush right here. I'm glad you like it, Kirsten. I think it sounds pretty cool too. How does that edit sound so far? It's still too rushed. I don't want it locked in, but I want it. Okay, it's good enough to the point where I can probably just do this and repeat it. Where's this being sent to? Not even being sent to the verb, but also I might as well just create a new channel. Piano. I'm curious. I always... Oh, should bring out the Celeste again. I want to see how that sounds altogether. Unless Cubase just dies again. Okay, so definitely not that low. If it's gonna be a Celeste, you gotta just... Okay, if you're gonna do that, if it's gonna be that, I might as well time align it. I really like that. I'm gonna blend it a bit, but it sounds really cool. Yeah, so we're just going to grid align it just cuz. Make sure it is grid aligned. It is. We're going to do that. We're going to do the same thing where I just take everything and go boop, up an octave. And then we're going to take... At this point, I might as well send them both to the verb. So we're going to send you to keys verb as a post effect. Same for you. You're already doing it. Cool. But I want you to be post as well. You know what? There's nothing going on with this verb at all. Is there? Hold on. Am I dumb? Am I looking at the wrong thing? Yes, I am. Okay, let's load this up. We're going to do this, and we're going to... I'm also going to take these two things here, and I'm going to... We're going to create something called a VCA fader, which is essentially just like an automated fader that controls both of them. I love it. I really like that. Where's my thing again? Duplicate. That sounds really cool. I love it. I love it. I know that the hour is up already, but I have an idea and I want to just jump on it. So I'm going to go over my hour a bit because I'm having fun. I need to add a pad. I need the ambience of a pad. You know what? I'm going to see if I can make one from scratch. Bring back Helm. This is going to go to the S. And by the way, when I say SS, I'm not referring to a particular police group from the 1940s. Not at all. For me, it stands for Scents and Samples. There's gonna be pads. We're gonna go. Call it pad one. Oh, actually, I could blend a couple sounds here. Synth, and then I'm also going to. I'm gonna get another piano thing going. I'm gonna get the where's my addictive keys? Addictive keys. There we go. Pad piano. Just to give it the pad a bit of attack. And they're gonna be linked. And you know what? For both of these, I'm going to... Can I link them? I don't know. I'll figure that out later. So right now I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I want it to be soft, so I might give it a... You know what? I'm gonna have some fun with this. This one's going to be like, I already have some chords going on, sort of that melody type track with the keys. But for this, I think where this is going to be the actual chord progression. So with that, I might actually blend all that. So. I'm going to. Now, why is that not working? Why? Why are you not working? Where's my sustain pedal? There it is. Okay, I may have to figure out a good chord progression for that, but that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm also going to just kind of cut off some bad frequencies. And so if I blend that, it sounds like... Interesting. Now, what I need to do is send those both to an effects channel. This one's going to feature... What else? Supermassive. Pad FX. I'm also going to take all this and just put it above the pad. Maybe? Maybe we could try that? Just kind of spitball on a chord progression here. Maybe? And then if I take it up here, no. And then... Too high. Then I'm also going to do something about this. I need to add a bit of a decay in the amplitude. Then I'm also going to add a bit to the release. So, I'm not sure how I feel about the... Oh, you know what? If I just lower it... Maybe this isn't me. Let me just look at the bass line again. Something went wrong. Okay. I know what's wrong. Move it up a bit. I had that. That's what's wrong now. Doesn't sound right. Maybe I just needed a completely different chord progression. Sounds funny, huh? When you drag the notes all over the place. And then I want the minor 4. I think I want the minor 4. Minor 4 being like the chord of the fourth scale degree. The chord for the fourth scale degree. In this case, it'll be minor. So, for minor 4 would be an F. Of course, then it would be D. No, it would be D. That'd be stupid. It's not D. I'm too tired. It'd be E. Of course, it would be E. Kind of like that. So I move it up there now. One more thing before I forget. I need to add another snare. The snare is just feeling a little bit bland. I need a regular snare as well, something a bit lower. Maybe like what about this construction kit snare? Where's the percussion? Where's the percussion? Bum. That's loud, but it works. I'm going to lower your pregain significantly. I'm also going to do a different kind of time stretch on you. Cool. This is also going to send to the same stuff, so for that snare we have the P-comp. For this snare we should also have the P-comp. And this one's actually going to have a little bit of an effect on it. This one is going to get a little bit of vintage verb. Just a bit. Just a bit. And we're going to change the mix a bit, so. Okay. That's a lot. And we've been going for yeah, about an hour and 20 minutes. So, I think I'm going to call it there. We also made up for a little bit of time that was lost due to Keybase just, you know, throwing in the towel. Yeah, so I'm going to call it there. This was a lot of fun. All right. We're going to switch over to this. Over to this. Ugh. That was good. My ears are hurting a little bit from those just overly processed, way too loud snare drum samples that Cubase has. At some point I should get my own samples, just make my own. Maybe one day. But that was a lot of fun. And my god, it's just fun to mess around with just custom sound design a little bit. Just throwing ideas together. I had a bit of an idea for what I wanted to go for, and I think it needs a bit more work to really get that vibe. I think the bass needs a little bit more presence in some sense. It also just needs a bit of dirt. I also would like to get some guitars in there. We'll see. And I'll have to come up with a melody. But yeah, I think this will be the project for the next few streams. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool. It's a bit different. And yeah, just keep things going, keep things changing up. We might revisit some old projects that we were working on before. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you liked what you see, feel free to give a like below the video. That'll help me out a lot. Just hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. That way you'll see it in your subscription feed. If you see that notification bell, hit that so you'll be notified when the next stream happens. And if I ever post any other content. Thank you so very much for watching. And I've been Liam Keeney. I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.